Hi, Allied Health 224 students. Welcome to the course. This is a quick overview video to acquaint you with the setup of the course. I want to start by suggesting, even before you continue with this welcome video, that you read your syllabus. If you haven't done so already, please read through the syllabus. It is packed with important information and also will give you kind of a flavor of the course, an idea of what is due, etc. So do that. And then to follow along in this course, you should always go to modules. Modules will lead you through the units of the course, though we start with a few kind of introductory modules. We'll use this Zoom meeting room when we meet one-on-one. If I hold any optional sessions, there will be no mandatory sessions in this asynchronous course, but I might hold some optional sessions at times if they're needed. Please reach out to me if you find that you have some needs for you to be successful, whether they're financial or whether they are tutors or library support. CCP is very resource rich. Here are a few links to support services. Here is a link to changing your name in Canvas. So if your legal name is not what you go by, you can certainly change your name. And this is for those who may have rusty online kind of learning skills. This is a very nice website that the college put together. Okay, so each unit is set up very similarly, okay? You will read 2 chapters over the course of 2 weeks. Your unit usually begins on a Monday and ends on the second Sunday. The only thing that is due on the first Sunday is your reply, your original reply to the discussions. Everything else is due on the second Sunday. Now, as far as everything else, that includes the replies to your classmates' discussions, as well as a reading quiz and a critical thinking in healthcare assignment. We're going to look at all of those. You'll find your slideshows here. And I'll also mention that further along in the course, Unit 4, I believe, you will start thinking about your course project, which will be a virtual bulletin board on Padlet in which you choose a research question that you're very interested in or around our healthcare system and answer some questions about that. So you're going to research it, you're going to pull the most important articles, you're going to put things together and create a very nice bulletin board. And then during our final exam period, you will visit each student's bulletin board. So you can begin as you go through this course to think about possible topics. All right, so let's spend the rest of our time on Unit 1. The unit always begins with learning objectives, so you should read through that. And then we have a setup for each chapter. You should listen to the podcast and watch the lecture. All of that takes under 15 minutes. They're not long lectures. And then you should read the chapter because the chapter prepares you for the homework, not only the discussions, but also the quiz and the critical thinking. All right. Now for each discussion, I already mentioned your reply is due the first Sunday. If it comes in late before the second Sunday, you get a 20% penalty to your whole discussion grade. And then you also need to reply to 2 of your classmates, but that is due by the second Sunday. Some of these replies are written and some of them are oral. Okay, so you need to note this one is in writing, but for those that are oral, you can use this little tool here, okay, and you can actually record right from your computer, either mic only or mic with video, and you get a nice recording, okay? So keep an eye on that, and I'll review that when we get to some of the oral discussions. All right, so let me go back one. So chapter podcast, lecture, read the chapter thoroughly, take notes, and then join the discussion. Same thing for chapter 2, and you see that here. Chapter 2 podcast, lecture, read the chapter thoroughly, take notes, and the discussion. And we get to the reading quiz. This is a timed quiz, and this is open from Saturday at 12:01 a.m. until Sunday. So it's open for 48 hours, but you get or given 1 hour to complete this work. These are new quizzes that include essay. So it's really important to be prepared so you can write a good answer. And then let's peek at this critical thinking. I also want to mention that I post the slideshows in slideshow form in case you want to review them before taking the quiz. All right, so let's look at these critical thinking. Each critical thinking is different. And before each unit, I will usually post a tutorial video about that unit. So you need to download the document. Now, to truly download, we click again, right? Because you need to type into it. And that's my first point here. I don't want a new Word document. I just want you to answer the questions on this paper, all right? And this is meant to take a good bit of time. The videos that we watch, the documentaries that we watch in this class are all free except for this one. So this is the only time that you'll have to spend $2.99, I believe. It's a very low in cost. And remember, this is the only time that you'll have to rent a video, but it can be done through Amazon, iTunes, or Vudu. You must watch the full 99-minute documentary in order to complete these questions. So if you can see, each of these refers to information that you learn about in the video, and you need to answer the questions carefully, showing that you listened to the video. So this is not a 15-minute assignment by any means. This is an assignment that should take a few hours. So an hour and a half to watch the documentary, then perhaps another hour at least to write up your assignment. Big assignments here, okay? And that would be the unit. Now I did want to show you, let's go back to that syllabus, because I think that's about me, about what the course is about, how to reach me. There is your textbook. You should be able to purchase this at a very reasonable price. And I listed a few options in the syllabus. There's a description of each assignment throughout the course and why you are completing that assignment. But here you go. This is how your grade is distributed, which I think is very important to understand about the course. So the critical thinking and the reading quizzes are the most important part of this course, though there's a fairly equal distribution. If you run into trouble, something happens beyond your control, for these three, I will consider a deadline extension, but never for discussions. So get your discussions done early, because they're discussions. Handing them in after the deadline kind of defeats the purpose of the discussion. You're meant to be going back in and reading student responses and learning from each other. Okay, so remember, no extension for lecture discussions, consideration for the other part of this. There are success tips listed as well. So be sure, as I mentioned, to read that carefully. Okay, I think that's a good overview. That's probably enough. So take care. I look forward to working with you.